Yeah, you can start the stream. Okay. Five, four, three.
Hello and welcome to Virgin Megastore Live. I'm Katie Overy, joined today by Thomas, our brand expert. Is that what we'll call you today?
Yeah, it's a very nice way to call me a board game
A
geek.
board game geek, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We're really excited about tonight's live stream. Basically, this is something where you can get involved right here, right now, and you can buy anything that Thomas and I are going to talk about. And tonight we have a promo code as well, Game Night 20 will give you 20% off every single purchase tonight. And we've got another little special thing tonight as well, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So not only you will get 20% off with this promo code, but also it will give, if we get you a chance to win one of the game we will, actually all of the game we will display tonight.
Exactly,
So
and
we
also
have
as
20
well,
games, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So our first 20 purchases, so if you're one of the first 20 people to make a purchase from tonight's live stream, we'll throw in a free gift as well, a free board game that isn't the same as the one you've already bought. Did that make sense?
Absolutely.
I think it made sense. Right, we have got tonight in a couple of different sections, we're going to be focusing on board games because we are in the holy month of Ramadan and that is what it's all about, these long nights spent with friends and family. So we thought, why not? Let's get involved with board games. So Jonathan, Jonathan? I told you I was going to call you Jonathan. His name is Thomas, all right? Let's get that straight from the get-go. What are we going to start with straight away?
Yeah, so we're gonna start with casual games, meaning the type of game when you already have friends at home, you can say, oh, okay, let's play a game, but you will not get people at home to play this game. And then we'll go through the game night game that are actually the purpose of inviting friends at home.
Mm-hmm.
So let's warm up with party game.
Party games, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
So,
now, this is if you've just got a few people round, you can just get involved and you think, okay, let's spice up the evening.
yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
get a game out.
And this one actually, so Yogi, it's a very nice icebreaker. So if you have people at home that don't know each other, it's a perfect icebreaker. It takes literally 5 seconds to explain. Mm-hmm. And you're pretty sure that you will all look stupid by playing this game. So let's look stupid together.
Okay, yeah, I'm down for that. Why not, as we've got people watching live?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay, so it's nice and simple, 2 decks of cards.
Yeah, and actually, that's kind of the same card. One rule, very simple. Just do what's written on the card.
Do what's written on the card. Shall I
Yeah,
go first?
if you don't comply, you're out. Okay?
Oh, okay, that's a bit harsh. Right, let's have a quick look here.
Oh,
So it says, this card on the left shoulder. So I literally put it on my left shoulder.
Yeah, and you need to keep it on the left shoulder.
Okay, here we go.
So if I see you with this card not on your left shoulder, you're out. Right?
Camera 1, right? Oh, it needs to stay there. Okay,
Yeah.
camera 1.
So,
Fine.
no, it starts because it's easy when it starts.
Okay.
So for instance, my card, left pinky pointing down. So it could be any pinky. So I will just do this.
It says left pinky.
Oh, sorry, left.
Come on. Right, okay, hold on. So I've now got to keep... if this falls,
I will
I'm
help
out.
you. Let me go with the left pinky.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Oh,
It says this card touching the nose. So what, literally like that?
yeah,
And I have to keep this here?
absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay,
It's
let's do it
creative.
quickly then.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
go.
So this one, white pinky pointing down. Okay, so
Hang on, how come you get all the easy ones? Right, hold on.
yeah, so the green one are easier.
And have I got a different colour one then? This card, it says here, this card on the middle finger. Right, so I have to keep it, hang on, like that?
Absolutely.
This is brilliant. Okay, you've still got your, you've still got your pinkies down. Okay.
Okay, middle finger touching palm. So this is a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, okay.
I was already like this, so it's okay.
Okay, right, I'm going to go next. What does that say? This card on the back of my right hand. Guys, is this some kind of joke? Right, here we go then.
You get all the orange cards. So.
Hang on.
Oh, you're quite good at it.
Right, I get the idea.
And of course, if you can't pick a card,
Yeah.
you're out, okay?
Yeah.
One finger touching armpits. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay.
I can't do it anymore. What a brilliant game. This is 59 dirhams, and I think that is an absolutely brilliant game. So easy, fun for all the family. Imagine getting your grandparents involved in something
it's
like that.
so funny. So you play it actually very often. You know, you don't spend a night playing this game.
No.
But you will play it very often. You know, anytime you have new people at home, you'll be like, okay, let's play 5 minutes, 10 minutes this game. It's very funny, great icebreaker.
I really, really like that. Right, so that's called Yogi, all right? So it's 59 dirhams, and if you see it and you like it, you can just add it to your cart straight away. Remember to use that promo code as well, Game Night 20. That'll give you 20% off. Right, next. I am so excited about this next game. It's called Clacks, and I'm going to lean down here and pick it up. Now, Jonathan, I called you Jonathan again. I can see everyone looking at me going, don't call him Jonathan. His name is Thomas.
So here, we have a very cool game. It's a mix of football and air hockey. What's very nice is it's actually very small for tabletop type of game. So it's not as big as a football game.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's more than a sport than a game. If you ask me, this game should be in the Olympics. It's so cool. I really recommend you to check the videos that is airing right now, so you can see skilled player playing it. It's very, very simple. So the rules are, of course, you can have a point by putting the ball in the goal of your opponent.
If it pops out, the game plays on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's coming in and out, you continue playing it.
Yeah.
It needs to stay. If you lose control of your striker, like this.
Get off me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You give a point to your opponent.
So I think we should explain as well that it's magnetic.
Absolutely.
So underneath here, we're controlling it underneath here. There you go. You can see.
Yeah. So it's fully magnetic. You have a small handle, and what I love about this game are the biscuits.
Okay.
So these small, pieces here.
Yep.
So if your opponent gets 2 sticks here,
You
it's
lose
1
a
point for you.
Yeah. Right. That's why you don't lose it. You gain.
So
points.
here, this is very funny to play because not only you can play the ball, but you can also play the biscuit, and you can distract your opponent using the biscuit.
Okay, hang on. Right,
Okay.
I'm in.
You want
I'm
to
in.
play?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to play. Of course
So
I
you
do.
can start. You see, it's all magnetic. So if you put the ball in a corner, it will stay.
Okay.
And you can start playing.
Right, and the idea is that we've got to. It's the first to 6 points. All right.
Yeah, it's the first to 6 points.
Okay. He's nearly got a biscuit. He's got a goal. That's actually very good. And then you move this little disc along.
Yeah. So now, if you see the professional player of it, the world champion, they use a magnetic to
move the biscuits. Yeah, exactly.
But you need to be very skilled not to get it to you.
Now this is it's a Danish game, I believe. And so hang on, I'm the loser, so I get to start. So let me just move that out in the corner there. First to 6. It's think of foosball and air hockey, hover hockey. Oh no, I've got a biscuit on me. I'm out.
So that's 1 point for me.
That's terrible. Anyway, what I like about it is it's nice, it's tabletop, it's compact, it's not a piece of furniture.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very nice object. It's a wooden object. So as you said, it's a Danish object. So it's very nice. You have a world championship of this game. It's really considered as a sport. So it's very cool. And I really encourage you to check the YouTube video you can have about this game, because watching skilled player play that, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Even the video we just played now was the top 5 best goals in the world. And as you say, there's championships everywhere. Yeah. I think that Thomas actually wanted to get it into the Olympics at some point as well. Now, I was expecting this to be a lot more expensive than it was, 259 dirhams. And I think that's really,
so that's
really
for the 2 players version, but you also have a 4 players version.
No way.
This hectic. It's impossible to control. It's very funny.
But I love it. I love the fact that you can just get it out, and I think it'll be good for the kids as well. I know that my nephews who are watching, they'll definitely want it.
And it's very small. For this type of game, it's very small, so it's very nice, yeah.
No, I love it. Okay, right. I'm going to put this back down. Yeah. We're continuing on with the party night games, aren't we? Is that right? What are we moving on to now?
So now we are moving on Exploding Kittens.
This is a game that I was really unsure about because I've not played it. Now, Thomas is an absolute board game geek to his own admission. I've never called him a board game geek, but you live and breathe board games. And I said I didn't think this was perhaps the best game, and he's convinced me.
Yeah, it's a
good game.
It's a very, very famous game for many reasons. This game raised almost 9 million on Kickstarter. So, which is which is huge for a board game. It's sold at 10 million units, and all that because the illustrations are coming from
The comic, isn't it?
from
Yeah,
the
from
comic, book, also
Oatmeal.
From the Oatmeal.
Yeah, the Oatmeal.
So illustrations are very funny. I will show you some of the cards here. So it's all about cards, of course. And okay, I will not say it will give you any life lesson because in this board game you lose if you catch the explosive kitten. So I would say for educational purpose, it's quite limited.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you have to.
So that's the basic premise of it, isn't it? Yeah. If you pick up this exploding kitten card, you're out of the game.
So it's a push your luck type of game, meaning you can pick cards one after each other, as much as you want, and at some point of time you will get this card. Okay. So what I love about this game is all the cards you have are action cards, so you don't get bored with the cards. But my favorite part is the combination of the exploding kitten and the diffuse kit.
Okay, and so that means if I pick an exploding kitten, which is not a sentence I thought I would say, and then I have a diffuse card, I'm still in the game.
Yes, absolutely. We all start with one diffuse kit.
Okay.
Okay. So not only you will survive the exploding kitten, but more interestingly, you will be able to put the card wherever you want in the game. And that's very sneaky. So let's say I got this card, I play against you, so you are the next one to pick the card. So I can say, hey, your turn. And you know that the exploding kitten is the first card, right?
Yeah.
So now you have all your action cards, and you can force me to pick this one. You can skip your turn.
Oh, I see.
So I will be like, I know she will use this card.
Okay.
So I will put it second. And I will hide and put it second. But when you play 5, 6, for instance, it's very hard to know which player will skip, which player will want. So it's a lot about the mind game. Like, I think she will think, I will do that, So it's really sneaky. It's really sneaky. And when you see teenagers playing exploding kitten, it's really funny.
It seems like a very simple game, and as you say, you've just got to. The thing is I can imagine if you have a table full of people, you say you've got 5 people, you're going to try and get someone to lose, aren't you? You want to. It's usually your partner or your other half or something, and you want them to lose because it's more fun that way.
Yeah, and sometimes the best strategy is just to assign you the exploding kitten, So because you're pretty sure that someone will say, "Oh, I'm sure it's for me," so I will skip it, and by doing that, you will win the game.
It's such a simple game as well. And look, what the cost of this one, 115 dirhams. No. It's one that you can play over and over again because it just depends where those exploding kittens are.
Very easy to take with you on holidays. It's one deck of cards, so it's a new classic for me, like Uno could be.
I love it. Now, don't forget, this is the first ever Virgin Megastore live. It is an online shopping event. You can add anything that you see, anything that you see, including Thomas's t-shirt. If you want it, add it to the cart. Make sure you use today's promo code as well, Game Night 20. You get 20% off. Now, we're going to be doing quite a few of these and with different themes as well, but we really wanted to focus on the board games. And I know that Thomas was maybe just a little bit excited about the board games night, weren't you? What's next?
So next we have 2 bluffing games.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is Sheriff of Nottingham.
Okay.
So it's from the
artwork on this is brilliant.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
So this is a bluffing game. So I can explain you the rules, and I will. But actually, the important part of the bluffing game is what you don't see in the rule, which is all the talk you have between the different stages of the game. So in this game, you are a merchant, and your objective is to take some goods through the city. But the sheriff is guarding the city. So you will need to pass your goods through the sheriff, right?
Okay, so this is me. I don't know if you can see this on the camera here. This is my, I am this stunning looking merchant, right? This is my pouch. So I've got to try and get through to the city.
Yeah.
And bypassing the sheriff of Nottingham.
Absolutely. So let's say you are the sheriff now, okay?
I'm the sheriff now?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So my objective is to pass as many goods I can. Some goods are perfectly legal, like chicken.
Yeah, legal chicken, legal apples, yeah.
Paper is not. You can see it because it's a red card.
Ah, okay. So legal and illegal goods,
Yeah.
if you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Not that we encourage.
before starting the game, you can discard some card. You can for each round you can discard some card. You can change your card, but the illegal goods will give you more points.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now what you do is that secretly, of course, you take your cards
Yeah.
and you will put some cards in your pouch. Okay. And
Okay, so we've all got our color-coded
Yeah.
pouches.
Everybody but the sheriff. You give it to the sheriff, and you have to declare your goods.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, okay, this is where the bluffing comes in.
And yeah,
Okay.
declare the goods. So the sheriff has the right to open the pouch or not.
Yeah.
If the sheriff doesn't open the pouch, you can go through, and you have no question asked.
Okay, so what are you telling me that you've got in there? Let's pretend we're going to do a bit of gameplay.
So I'm telling you,
I'm the sheriff.
I have 2 chicken.
You've got 2 chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a case of whether I believe Thomas or not.
So if you don't believe me, you can check. But if you are calling me a liar, you will have to pay me if I'm not.
Okay,
However,
I
if
do
lied-
think I think you're lying.
I never lie.
I think that's a lie in
Oh,
itself.
yeah.
Am I going to open this up?
What do I have here?
Oh, he's got 2 chickens. He wasn't lying.
So here you owe me 4 coins, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine I'm telling you now I have 2 chicken. I put this, and you are like, oh, I will open this pouch.
Yeah. Okay, so you told me you had 2 chickens.
No, please don't open it. I will give you 5 coins if you don't open it.
Oh, I thought you were actually being serious and not playing the game.
So this is here where you can bribe the sheriff. So you can tell the sheriff, okay, I will give you coins if you don't open it, or I will give you a card, or I promise you next time I'm the sheriff, I will not control your cards and you can do whatever you want. But you can also bribe the sheriff to control other players.
Well, so what's the objective of the game then? Like, how do you win this game?
So you win by getting points. So when you can pass through with some good, you will put the illegal goods in front of you, the legal one next to you.
Move this up here so we can see it on the camera.
And then
yeah.
you can basically you just have to count the number of points you have. So for instance here, I have 4 points for this one, 4 points for this one, 2 for this, and in addition to that I have the illegal goods.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So at the end of the game, the more you get points, the better it is for you. Okay?
Yeah.
And if you are the king of chicken, the player with most chickens, then you have 10 additional coins.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, that makes perfect
So
sense.
here it's really funny when you play with friends because you can bribe the sheriff with whatever you want, and the funny thing is that you don't even need to pay the sheriff. So you can tell your friend, you know, next time I will not control you, and when you are the sheriff, you can control this person.
Yep.
So okay, it's not the best way to make friends, but you will have
I was going to say, is it? I mean, you're a father. Yeah. Is this the kind of thing you want to teach your?
No, not really. So here you play it with friends, but because here
don't forget your sheriff.
The life lesson is like the more you lie, the more you win. So yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's all right. So, but we've got another bluffing game as well, actually, haven't we? We're going to be looking at cash and guns.
Yeah.
I mean, another one that's perhaps not good from a parenting side, but do you know what? I think one of the reasons I love board games, especially in the time we're in at the moment, is because it just gets everyone off screens for a little bit. And I think kids, I mean, again, I'm not a parent, you are, maybe, you know, you're better to speak, but so what? It's a bit of bluffing and some white lies to play a part of the game, but they're off the screens.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And Cash and Guns is a very good example. And you will also get some bullets in your.
Okay, this really is
is a real bullet.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you keep one of these cards hidden in front of you. Okay?
Yeah.
You will, first phase, you will point the gun,
Okay.
and then you will talk with this player. Okay, do you really want to continue playing or not? And then you will shoot. So these are the two phases. Now, before each phase, you can talk with the player.
Okay.
So I can tell you, you know what? Don't point me. Let's just point George. Okay? Hi,
Oh, poor George. Sorry, George.
And let's make a deal. You know, there's no point. Okay, let's just point George. And I
Okay.
count 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ah!
Sorry.
So you bluffed me.
So you can discuss that before each game, and then there's a second phase where are you really gonna shoot?
So hang on. Let's take a step back. So if we've both agreed to shoot George, I'm sorry, George, because he looks wonderful today. Why would it benefit you to then shoot me?
Because my objective is to have as less players as possible on the game. So if I tell you to shoot George and I shoot you, that's 2 players out.
Well done. Okay.
But if you both shoot George, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So now you have a limited number of bullets. You have
Yeah.
only 3 bullets. So you need to choose wisely who you will shoot, right?
Yeah.
And you need to discuss it with other players.
Yeah.
So if you decide to stay in the game, so if someone is pointing at you, you can decide to withdraw, and then you don't participate to the loot sharing.
Yeah.
But if you stay, you take the risk to be wounded. You can be wounded 3 times and then you're out.
This is really like almost, like a video game.
It's very like a mafia game where you're like, I don't think you will shoot. And
Yeah.
I don't think this gun is loaded with a real bullet, and you have to discuss. And you're like, no, I'm not kidding. This one is a real one. So if I were you, I would just withdraw. It doesn't worth, the loot. It's a small one. Leave this one to me. I will leave the next one to you. So you negotiate a lot. So here, in terms of negotiating skills, it's really funny. It's a very funny way to negotiate.
I love it. Now, we've actually, you can interact with us live. If you've got any questions, you can get involved on the stream. Loads of people are asking, where's George? George, they don't believe you're a real person.
Yeah,
Can you come here,
come,
please,
George.
George? I'll put the gun down. Now, I told you that George looked fabulous, and I wasn't lying. Come here, my dear. There you go, right there. This is George. There you go. So he's a real person, and we won't shoot you, George. I'm sorry. So yeah, we love it. We love it when you get involved. Any questions you've got, Thomas is the expert, the geek. He said it, not me. And of course, anything that you see today during the live stream, you can buy immediately. The first 20 people that make a purchase also get a special prize as well. And don't forget to use that promo code. So there are bluffing games. They're out of the way. We've got a card game now, have we?
Yeah,
we're still at a party night, are we?
Yeah,
Still
absolutely.
having a
So
party.
these bluffing games are social games, so you have a lot of fun
Yeah.
playing with friends because you talk about it, you're bluffing. So it's really a party game.
And I think you're looking for like poker faces as well, aren't you? You're looking to see if you can
Yeah.
tell if people are lying or,
absolutely.
or whatever.
Yeah. This is exactly the point of this party game. It's a lot about negotiating, about having the right level of betrayal, because you cannot betray your friend at each stage of the game because they won't trust you. So
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, why not? Right. Okay. Next game is called Virus.
So this game is a typical card game where you use your card to attack and defend yourself. So if you know Monopoly Deal or Uno, for instance.
Yes.
It's really easy to pick. So in this game, in Virus, you have 4 different types of organs.
Yep.
And with 1 color for each. So for instance, you have the brain, that is blue. You have, what is it, a stomach?
Sure. Stomach.
Stomach is green. You have the heart. And you have another one, I think it's the bones. Let me find you the bones, yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
So you win the game by having 4 healthy organs.
Okay.
So first,
Isn't that the game of life?
So first, yeah. So first of all, you need to pick these organs to
Yep.
put it in front of you.
Yep.
Okay. But once doing it, people will attack you with disease.
Okay.
So this is a disease for us. This is a worm for the stomach.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know, a mad brain cell.
Yeah.
Okay. But each organ can be also cured. So you see, you have a blue card for this one,
Yeah,
you can cure
yeah.
this and you can get rid of it.
Okay, so then you're back to your healthy brain.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you have 2 cures on a healthy brain, it's a vaccine. And nobody can hit you again on this organ.
Okay.
And you have a lot of action cards, so you can steal organs, you can swipe your cards, etc.
So this kind of game, how many people is it for?
So this kind of game, it's good when you are, I recommend it for 4 players.
Okay.
It's very easy to understand. It's very easy to take with you anywhere. So it's great when you travel too. It's 20-25 minutes game. Yeah.
Okay, I like it, and it's cheap and cheerful. It's only 55 dirhams as well. I think it's a nice little game, nice and easy. One that I think any games like that where the kids can beat you, that's what they like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this one is it's quite easy for kids. But yeah, talking about that, we have other games where kids
Okay, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Ubongo.
So Ubongo won many rewards. It's sorry. It's you play Tetris, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's very similar to Tetris or to Tangram games. It's a puzzle game. So I will make it quite simple. You receive some cards. So you have
Move the box off the camera.
So you have 36 cards, 2 sides per card.
Okay.
One with 3 shapes, one with 4 shapes. Okay.
Yeah.
And you have 6 problems per card. So you have approximately 430 different problems on this game. Okay.
Yeah.
Each player will receive pieces.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you see, it's very like Tetris type of piece. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a dice and you have a timer. So now, each one of us will receive a card.
Yep.
Okay? And then you will need to go very quickly. I will roll the dice.
Yep.
A symbol will appear.
Yep.
And we will need to complete the puzzle corresponding to this.
Oh my
this
goodness. Okay, amazing.
Okay.
So if just to make sure that everyone is clear, let's show that dice very quickly.
Yeah.
So this dice correlates with up here. So we're going to roll the dice, and whatever the dice picture, the symbol correlates to up here, with our pieces, we've got to complete the puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell this has got me really excited?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you need to go super fast, and kids are very, very good at that. So when you complete it, you say Ubongo.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you complete it first, you get more points. But anyway, if you complete it on time, even if you're not the first one, you will get some points. So you race against each other, but also against the timer.
He's
Right?
talking a lot for someone that knows he's going to lose, isn't he? Come on, Thomas. Right, roll the dice.
Ready?
Roll the dice. Okay, it's a
It's a
mask
mask.
thing. Okay, so that's
this one.
that one. Ah! That's that one, and that's that one. Oh, the 3 pieces. Oh no, I've really misunderstood the game. I was so confident. Okay, I hope you can see what's going on here because, oh no, he's going to be, oh no. That's really embarrassing for mainly me. That's very good. And that's it, and you've completed it. I thought, oh, it doesn't actually, do you know what? It doesn't matter what I thought. I can't get this in. Okay, I love it.
So you can tell
Great,
the
simple
pieces,
game.
the size you want.
Yeah,
you know.
simple game.
So this one was a easy card.
Yep.
And if you turn it, you have 4 shapes, which is really more challenging.
Yeah.
You can even play it alone if you want, because the puzzles are quite challenging to complete on time.
Yeah,
And kids are very good at it.
I like
They
that
are
one.
surprisingly good at it, actually.
I like that one. Okay, I'm still loving the puzzle games because I'm looking forward to the next one. Now, when I turned up to the studio today, I saw Thomas and George playing the next game and things were getting a bit tense. Block Ness is the next game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So why...
So Ubongo, is very fast paced. You know,
Yeah.
it's super fast. It's a little bit stressful. It's very exciting. Block Ness it's cooler.
Okay.
So when you play with little kids, it's actually nicer because you're not directly competing with them in a very fast paced game. So
Okay, all right.
I think Block Ness is.
I've got
if you
Block
like.
Ness, sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So here, Block Ness, it's also a puzzle game, and it comes with it's an area control game. So you have multiple snakes. Okay, so let's say you are taking this one.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, you have to use actually
The board.
the
Okay.
board, the box to play it.
I like that. Yeah.
So first of all, you will start with a starter kit of your deck. Okay.
So obviously this is going off of Loch Ness, the Loch Ness
Yeah.
monster. It's a play on words. Very clever. Right. And the objective of the game?
Is to place as many segments as you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, this is not the one. This is so you start with this one because this is a smaller one. Okay.
Yeah.
In height. Okay. And then the objective of the game is to place as many segments as you can. So as you can see, there is multiple colors on the board.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
I don't know if you can. Oh, you can see that on the camera. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have the dark blue
Yeah.
is for 2 players, and then you have for 3 players and then 4 players, right?
Very clever. Okay.
So with the same board, you can play at 2, 3, or 4 players. And then you have one by one. We will place these pieces, okay, just next to the tail, okay.
Yeah.
So you can see here. I can put it adjacent to the tail, so I can put it here. I can put it here.
But only in the dark section because we're only 2
Only
players.
in the dark section. So
Okay.
here, I started here. I don't have many choice. I can either put it this way or this way, for instance.
So, how do you win?
You win by placing more segment than your
Fine,
opponent. Because
fine.
you will see that,
Then
very,
there's nowhere else to go.
yeah, very fast, we will have no place because first of all, you cannot put a segment below the opponent segment. You always have to go over, okay? So
Oh.
for instance, this one, it will be blocked here. And so if you want to go there, you will have to put a segment this way, okay? So
Oh, because they're
progressively,
different heights. Look, I
Yeah.
didn't notice that. Okay.
it's also forbidden to block your opponent by putting a segment over the tail or over the head.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's very cool game for to play in family. It's
So hang on. You've jumped ahead there, and I feel that I've lost, and I can't lose another game. So say it's my game. I have to go adjacent off the tail.
Yeah.
Right. I can't really see the darkness. Okay,
So,
fine.
yeah.
So it's up to me what shape piece I choose. Hang on,
Absolutely.
let me show you some of those there. Is there a skill to this? I'm not going over anything, so I can just use a shortish one.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, in terms of strategy, don't burn your high one first because you will need them at the end of the game to go through me.
Okay. So what, I could put that there?
Absolutely, yeah. And then you will move your tail, okay?
Oh, I see.
So here, I will go, for instance, I will go this way,
Okay.
and then you can continue. But here, you see, you have only 2 space here. So
Yeah.
this one could be challenging for you.
Okay, I like
Okay.
it. I really like that. It's nice and simple. And it's what, up to 4 players?
So you're going to go up to 4 players, yes, indeed.
I really like that. And how much is that one? Let's have a quick look down here. So that's really good, 129 dirhams. I actually think that's a really good price for a nice family game. There's no...
Yeah,
too much arguing.
you don't have any cards to read, so you can start at 5 easily. It's really easy to understand. So on the box it's written 8, but I played with my 5-year-old and it's working very well.
Oh, I say, they've said 8 years old, but your daughter is daughter?
So I have
5.
3 kids.
You've got 3 kids, right? Okay, we need to get to learn
Because
Thomas.
I love board games so much that I had to have kids so I can play with them. Yeah.
I need to ask you, where did your fascination from board games actually come from?
I just never stopped playing board games. So I started modern board games when I was in high school and business school, but I never stopped playing board games. And there's new games coming every year.
Yeah.
And actually, the production of board game since 2000 is huge. There's more and more board games, and the more time people are spending on the screen, it looks like the more they need to spend time out of the screen playing other type of games.
And you always think that you're going to run out of ideas for board games, and you never do. Right, let's move on. We've got some guessing games next. Now, the next game is actually fascinating for me, Dixit.
So this one is one of my favorite family games.
Okay.
I really, really love this game. The game won multiple awards. Here we have a very nice new version. So you have translated in Arabic too. It's been localized as all of the games we are presenting you tonight. So Dixit is
All available, Virgin Megastore MA.
yeah, Yeah, absolutely. All the games we have tonight, yes, are all available at Megastore, and you have the rules in English and Arabic.
And don't forget to use that promo code if you want to buy anything that you've seen tonight. Make sure you use it. Game Night 20 gives you 20% off. So make sure you do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Dixit is a guessing game.
Yeah.
So you receive some cards. So I will show some of the cards. Okay. And the objective of the game is to have one player and only one player, ideally, guessing your cards. So you will give some clues. Okay. So for instance, let's say you have this theater mask.
Okay, let's show that to the camera there. Okay, theatre masks. Okay.
Yeah. But if everybody gets your clue and everybody is pointing this theater mask, you get no point. If nobody finds, you get no point. So let's say if I tell you, oh, my clue is theater, and this is my card, it's too obvious. Everybody will get it. Okay?
I mean, not necessarily. If you said to me theatre, I might say curtains or actor or...
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So if I say theater, for instance, this card will be, everybody will try to find a card that will match. So it will be too obvious. So when I will give my clue, the other players will select a card that will match this clue. So it will be very confusing. Okay?
So the other players would have cards as well?
Yeah, let's try,
I just laid them out really nicely.
Yeah, let's try. I give you this card.
Right, here we go. The cameraman's furious at you for moving those.
I give you one clue and I say, okay, feeling lonely.
Feeling lonely? Can you tell we actually haven't practiced this? Feeling lonely. So just someone, is it like, I've got to guess the picture.
Yeah.
So someone like sitting on a bench or crying. Someone crying.
You have to select a card matching.
Oh gosh. Okay, sorry.
So we have other players that will select a card. Okay. So let's say we play at 5.
Don't look at my cards.
Put one of the card.
I'm showing everyone watching at home.
So you don't know which one is mine. You add your card, your own choice. Okay.
Okay,
then you need to guess which one was mine.
Oh, from feeling lonely, you would have done that one then.
Okay, exactly. It was too obvious. It's you found this.
But it's not. Oh, I see. When you see the cards, then you can decide.
Exactly. Then
it is too obvious. He's right.
So I will get
I like
no point.
it.
I will get no point. So I will give you an example of a game I played recently with friends. I had this card, the mask.
Yeah.
And the clue I gave was junction. I was playing with my wife and with friends.
Yeah.
And actually, only my wife got it. Why? Because the last time we went to the theater, it was to the
Junction Theatre in Al Sakal. Okay, right.
So only
which is
her
in
could
Dubai.
So, and this is what is very nice about this game. It's about sharing memories with your friends and your family, and knowing, oh, I know this person will pick it.
But does that mean that you can actually play it with people that you don't know?
You can, and this is how you will discover that you have a common interest or passion.
Nice.
You can. It could be one word. It could be a full song. It could be a movie name.
Okay, I like it. Now we've only got about 20 minutes left of our first ever Virgin Megastore live stream. So we're going to run through a few more games very quickly. Our last party night game, Code Names.
Yeah.
Let's quickly run through that as quick as we can.
Code Name is also a guessing game. Okay. So you are a spy team.
I am a spy team. Yes.
Okay. You are in a spy team.
Yeah.
There is the spy master, and only the spy master can tell which card represents a spy. So I will show you how.
Okay.
So you create a grid of 5 by 5. Okay.
I'm going to move this. You're obsessed with boxes,
Yes,
I've decided. Yeah. You can also tell that Thomas is an absolute board game geek because he puts everything away really neatly as well. Okay, so we've got our grid.
Let's say you have a grid of 5 by 5.
5 by 5. Let's pretend this is 5 by 5.
And only the spy master can see this card.
Yeah.
Okay. In this card, you can see which card represents a blue spy or a red spy.
Okay, can we zoom in a little bit closer on that? Because there you can really see that grid there. So blue spy, red spy, that'll do. And then what's that X there in the middle?
It's the assassin.
Okay, and it's not always in the middle?
No, it's not always in the middle. Okay. And then I will give you some clues. So you can guess, I will give some clues to my team. So for instance, if I tell you, okay, animal, and you have Loch Ness, a unicorn, and you can say, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't go for Loch Ness.
Yeah, because it's not.
Well, I was going to say it's imaginary, but so is unicorn.
Imaginary, yeah.
Sorry if I've offended anyone there by saying a unicorn isn't real. Okay, but you're trying to tell me to go for Loch Ness.
Yeah. So I can say you, okay, lake, for instance.
Lake, okay, yeah, right.
So if I tell you lake 1, you mean you need to find one card corresponding to this clue.
Okay,
But if I do that, I will only get 1 point.
okay,
So if you want to be very efficient,
yeah.
it's better to find ways to relate cards together. Okay?
I see.
So for instance, if I tell you animals, and we have the bug and the unicorn, and if I'm telling you animals too,
Yeah.
you can find bug and unicorn. And that will get 2 points for our team.
Do you know what? I think it's definitely one of those. Games that sounds more complicated than it actually ends up being. Because I think by the time you get into the habit of the clues and what you're looking for and everything, I like that. And what I love about this game as well, not only is it's really well priced, it's 109 dirhams, but they have loads of different versions as well. There's a Marvel Comics one you were saying about.
The Marvel one is actually more complicated than that, because it's not only the Marvel movie heroes, it's the Marvel Comics heroes, and if you know Marvel very well, it's delightful, but you need to know the Marvel Comics very well. You need to know the characters and what they have in common.
But I like that though. I like anything kind of word association, anything that gets the brain moving, I think as well is really good. Right, I am super excited about the next section. Before we move on to our games night section. Now these are the nights that you plan with your friends and your family. You invite people around, and like we said, especially during Ramadan, and lots of food and late nights, and we want to plan those games nights. Don't forget that you can get 20% off any purchase tonight. Make sure you use Game Night 20, okay? Add anything to your cart, and the first 20, which I think is gone actually, but the first 20 purchases made will give you a free gift as well. Right, Game Night games. We don't have long, we've got 15 minutes to run through these. Yeah. Let's do it.
So, first one is Exit.
Yep.
So Exit is an escape room type of game.
Yes.
So you can play it only once, meaning you will destroy the card when playing it.
Yeah.
And it's more an experience than a game to me. It's really replace what you going to an escape room with friends. It comes with an app, and you have all the music coming with the app, so you can have all the ambience of the game.
I think that's brilliant to get involved in that. But like I say, they're 75 dirhams each?
Yes, absolutely.
Which is great. It's really cheap. It's a really good night out, and it's a real game night game to get involved.
It's 1 to 2 hours. You play up to 4 persons, and it's really a game room experience. So when you look at it, in each box,
I'll move that box out of the way.
In each box, you have what we call strand objects.
Okay.
So you need to actually understand. So this one is a codex one. Strand objects. You will need to discover how to use this object, including this ball. You have the rules, or actually the guidelines, and then you have the cards, and with instruction. And as part of the cards, the most important one actually are the riddles. And you will need to solve the riddles. Just like in any escape room, you'd go from one riddle to another. So once you solve the first riddle, you have the right to go to the next one, etc. Okay?
Yep.
And so let's take, for instance, this riddle.
Let's turn it to the camera.
It's Sandra, Mario, and Tom. It's very obscure, but then you have this book. And in this book, you see this symbol here.
Hang on. Looking at the camera there, yeah.
And matching the symbol in your book here.
Oh, I see.
So you're like, oh, maybe this card relates to this one.
Yeah.
And here you see Sandra. Okay, we can see that everything in yellow is Sandra. So here I did it myself, this one. And you can see that when connecting the dots, it will be a 3. And then when connecting the dots here, it will be 1, a 9, and then a 1.
And this is what they mean by the fact that they're a one and done, as we would say in the UK. So you can't reuse this game. You can't play it more than once because you have to draw on stuff. Sometimes you have to cut things and bend things and fold things. But I think they're so much
there's
fun.
24 games available at Virgin Megastore in this series. And some are quite easy. Like, this riddle was quite simple.
Yeah.
So, for instance, this one you can start playing with 10 years old kids.
Yeah.
but some are very, very challenging.
That isn't a spoiler, by the way. You can still buy this version. We haven't ruined it for you.
Yeah,
I
this
promise
little
you.
version.
I promise you. I really like that. Okay, we're going to need to move on.
Yeah.
So we understand Exit. It's an escape room premise. It's just that now we're going to get on to the big game night games. And a few of them I'm really excited about. And I know if I'm excited about it, you know that Thomas is going to be excited about it as well. So what do we have next?
So the next one is actually one of my favorite games is Catan. And I know that I can see in the chat that a lot of people are asking for
Really?
Catan. Oh, yeah,
There's
yeah,
lots of chat for Catan. Now, as we're bringing this over, because we kind of got, mind your microphone.
Oh, yeah.
There we go, take that with you. We got this set up. Now, this was a game that was introduced to me not so long ago, actually, maybe 6 months ago. I'd never heard of this game. I know that sounds quite shocking to fans. But, and I took a picture at a friend's for a game night, and people on my Instagram were like, oh, it's my favorite, it's amazing, because you can buy expansion packs, and it can go on and on and on. Right. Talk to us about why this is called a Euro-style game, or rather a German-style game.
Yeah, so actually Catan is the first German-style game that went popular across the Atlantic in the US. After the World War II, the two types of games emerged in the world, so the American-style game and the European-style game. And actually, after the war, the Americans, they were all excited about the war, and all the games were about armed conflicts and winning and destroying the
exactly.
opponent,
It's all about taking over countries and attacking, and okay.
So it was a lot of American games after the war were about crushing the enemy, having the biggest army, attacking the enemy, and being the last man standing in the game.
And then European games or German-style games was about building economy, building land, making things better, working together. I love that.
So the attributes and the definition of a German-style game is actually you don't face directly your opponent.
Okay.
It's all about building things faster than your opponent.
Yeah.
And you don't attack your opponent directly. So you don't have any army, you don't crush your opponent, you don't eliminate the opponent, which is very nice for a board game night, because you are not out of the game after 2 minutes and then you are going back on your mobile phone. It's not the point of the game.
All right, so for those that don't know about Catan, then tell us what's going on, because it's ultimately a building and a trading game.
Yeah. So in Catan, you have many elements that you will find in many modern board games, and this game is very complete. So you have, as you said, you have trading, meaning you can trade your resources and you can discuss with other players. You have building. You need your resources to build roads, to build cities. Okay. And if you're familiar with video games such as Age of Empire, it's very similar to the early stages of Age of Empire. Actually, Catan was created in 1995, and Age of Empire in 1997. And so it's
interesting.
Very interesting, because here it's very similar. You build for instance, you take this small house. It's a settlement, okay? When building this settlement, you have access to rocks, to bricks, and to ship. Yep. Okay?
Yep.
So meaning each time a 6 will appear, okay? Because I have these cities, this settlement on this card with a 6, I can get resources.
And that's what I couldn't get when I first started playing Catan. I couldn't understand why people would roll the dice and know exactly what was happening. And they said it's because of the number that's on. So for example, if I rolled a 3 here, I would go here, and if I had anything surrounding this, and then you get those cards and
not
move
only
on.
you as a player, but all other players. And this is what is very good about Catan, is that even if it's not your turn, first you can get resources from other player dice roll, but also you can trade this with this player. So there's not any moment where you are inactive in Catan.
No, and that's the thing, and that's another thing I really liked. Whereas if you needed 3 brick cards, so these are some of the cards here. If you needed this, and I knew that Thomas had them, we could try and negotiate between us, but whether it worked out or not.
So I played with my kid. I won 1 game, and it's the last game I won, because now my daughters are like, we don't trade with dad.
Oh.
So I'm resourceless.
It's all gone terribly wrong. Okay, fine. Well, that's Catan. That is available right now to buy. And maybe it's one of those games that you've played at a friend's house. Well, now you can get 20% off. You just add it to your cart straight away. Right, you go and put that back, Thomas. You can do something. I can't. There you go. He's done that before. Right, the next one. You can pronounce it. Carcassonne.
Next one is Carcassonne.
As the Frenchman, okay, Carcassonne. We'll have to run through this one a bit quickly.
Yeah, so Carcassonne is...
Hang on 1 second. People are asking in the live chat if they can win Catan.
Yes.
How you can win it.
So actually what's super
Not if
interesting...
you can win it on
with
here.
Catan,
How do you win?
So in Catan, just like in many German board games, you win by collecting more victory points than your opponent.
Okay.
So it's all about measuring how fast you build your city or your economy. So in Catan, you get victory points by building roads, by building cities or bigger cities, or by collecting development cards. And for each of it, you will need to spend resources. So you can exchange your resources against roads, against cities, against development cards.
And is it a fact that not one person can win it? It's not that you win it and then everyone else is the loser, as in like that stops the game. It's when the game finishes, it's like a points tally, isn't it?
Yeah, the first to 10 points win the games. However, it's very hard to start the game as a winner and to end the game as a winner. Because all the other players, they will refuse to trade with you. They will try to block you. So usually in Catan, you know, when you start winning, nobody will trade with you.
Okay.
So it's very balanced through the game, the game, because you never know who will win at the end of the day. Yeah.
I love it. It's a great game, and I can't believe it's so new to me, and it's so iconic.
It's an absolute classic.
Yeah.
Catan is it's an absolute classic. So many games are inspired by Catan.
Okay. Carcassonne.
So Carcassonne. So this one is a score card, so we don't.
Why do you keep taking it away? The cameraman is going to kill you.
Oh, sorry. So this game, it's kind of like a domino type of game in the sense that you need to have the tiles matching each other when you play them.
Yep.
So you will build the board when playing. Okay. You have meeples. You know meeples, right?
Meeples?
Yeah, it's very iconic in board games. And actually, the word meeples was invented by a Carcassonne player. So it was not in the original rules, actually. It was not called meeples.
Why are they called meeples?
It's a contraction of my people.
My people,
meeples.
Okay. Yeah. And is that the name for kind of icons that you would use, like pieces that you would play with?
Yeah, so all these wooden pieces in board games, with this human-like shape, as are called meeple now, after this Carcassonne game. And so basically, the hardcore board gamers, they have two icons, the meeples and the IKEA Kallax board.
Oh, the IKEA, to keep your board games in.
Yeah.
Thomas, you're such a geek.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really are. I love it, and I love the fact you just own it as well. I love that. We're not sponsored by IKEA, by the way.
So this, each one after each other, we will build.
Hang on, you're jumping ahead. Yeah. How do I get these piles of squares?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You start with a huge pile of squares, and we will take some of them one by one.
Okay, let's zoom out a little bit because otherwise you're going to get too close in there. Right, so I'm going to turn over a square. Here we go.
You can place it wherever you want, but it needs to make sense.
Fine. So I've got a bit of road there, and I've got a bit of city. So I could connect it there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to. I'm going to connect it there.
So here, what you started is kind of a road project.
Okay.
And you will get point only if you can close the road. So you close the road by having a start and an end.
Sorry, we're just moving that around. Okay, a start and an end. So and then that road becomes mine because I'm going to put my meeple on it.
Yeah. So usually when you play, you can place a tile, and then you can place a meeple if you have a meeple in your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you can start claiming something, even if it's under construction. So you can decide, I will build a castle here, and that will be my castle, or I will claim this road.
Okay, so question then. You can see here on some of these cards that there's huge bits of cities and castles and small bits. So let's remove these. why would I want to build something small? Would that benefit me, or should I aim for something really big?
You can definitely. So here, for instance, you have a castle card will bring you 2 points for each card. So you get 4 points here. And once you close your project, you can take your meeple and place it in another card. So you have also to manage the resource, the meeple resource. I played 2 days ago with my kids. They destroyed me because I was building a huge castle, the best castle ever.
Yeah.
I never achieved it.
Oh, no, and they were building smaller projects and getting more points.
My 5 years old was like, okay, I would just build this castle, and
I love that. I like this. It's a good game. Is it a popular game? You know, like your Catans and such.
It's a very good game to start with a Euro type of Euro games, and it's a great also life lesson for project managers. You know, you get points only if you finish your project.
Okay, and it's a good price, 149 dirhams. Actually, didn't mention, sorry, that Catan is 215 dirhams, but that is the normal price. Don't forget game night 20, you get 20% off. Right, we've got a few more games to run over. Splendor is another one that is set up.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tidy this away. I'm gonna send Thomas off again. Have you noticed I haven't called you Jonathan for a really long time?
Yeah, good.
I'm so proud of myself. Right, here we go. Splendor. Tell me about Splendor then, as it's all set up, ready to go.
So Splendor is a pure resource management game. You know, I told you in Catan you have a lot of elements that you will find in modern board game.
Yeah.
And resource was part of Catan. The wood building was part of Carcassonne, and the resource management is the focus of Splendor.
We're seeing a video as well at the same time here of Splendor, some gameplay.
So in Splendor, your objective, and again, is to collect development point.
Okay.
To collect victory point.
Yep.
So same as Catan and same as Carcassonne, by the way,
Yep.
because you are collecting points by achieving your project. And here, your project is actually to collect some gems. So you have this token here. You can exchange this token against cards.
These are gems.
Yeah. So here you have diamonds and you have
rubies, emeralds. I don't know the rest of them. Amethyst, amber.
This one is gold. It's like
I don't know what
it's like a wild card.
Okay, fine.
And this one I think is onyx.
Onyx, very good. Yeah. Okay, fine.
And then you will trade your token against card here.
Okay.
Okay. So as you can see, if you want to get this one, for instance, if you get this card.
Let's lift this up a little bit. I know we're playing a video, but I'll lift it up here. Oh, I can't even get my nails under it. Go on, you carry on.
So if you get this card, if you want to get this card, you need 3 diamonds, 3 green ones, 3 red one, and 5 black one, right? And it will get you 3 points and this card with this symbol.
Yeah.
This symbol is quite important because you will use it to get extra victory points by getting the noble card.
Okay.
Okay, so to get this additional 3 victory points, you will need to get 3 cards with the green symbol, 3 with the blue one, and 3 with the diamond one. Okay.
And how do you get these cards?
By trading. So you will trade resources here on your token against these cards, or you can also trade these tokens against this card, which represent a token. So for instance, if you have a lot of diamonds and onyx here, so let's take this card for instance, you can get a blue one against these 2. Okay, so it's all about trading.
It is trading, isn't it? And then you said so the object of the game and the winner of the game is victory points, the amount of victory points.
So it's about trading and collecting the cards that will make sense to reach your objective.
Yeah.
So again here, just like Carcassonne, for instance, you have this risk-taking part. You know, you need to aim for a project. So, and this is very common to German-style game, is that you have a long-term project and you have a strategy in place. So in Catan, it could be, okay, I want to reach this port and I want to have these resources here. In Carcassonne is I want to have a big castle. In Splendor is, okay, I want to have these 2 nobles cards.
Yeah.
And then you have, your other players playing against you.
I was going to say, do you know what other cards they've got? So you have to try and think about that.
You see what they collect, and so you can easily guess, okay, this person is going for this card. So I will do whatever I can to buy the other cards before.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
I like it. That seems like
again,
a really good game.
It's not aggressive. You don't fight directly with your opponent.
No.
It's more race, it's more competition. So.
And it's resource management. So
It's
when we're
resource
talking
management.
about kind of educating the younger generation,
absolutely.
this is perhaps a little bit better than the cops and guns or
Yeah,
cash and guns ones.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Right, Splendor, 175 dirhams. And of course, I know I keep saying it, but it's for your benefit, 20% off by using that promo code as well, Game Night 20. Right, I am so excited about the next game because this is a game that I play with my family a lot. Ticket to Ride. Thomas, talk to us about Ticket to Ride because I love this game.
So, Tickets to Ride is inspired by a mathematical problem which is called the traveling salesman problem.
Yep.
It's because I was not geeky enough, so I added a mathematical problem in my geekiness.
And sales.
So
Okay.
here, this one is a European version of Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, I've never played the European version. I've only ever played the American version.
Yeah, it's and actually it's one of the games that was that became very popular also in the US. So you have many versions. So I think the first one was actually the American one, and then the European version came out.
Now, what I will say as well is if you're watching this at home or wherever you are, when you first look at it, it can be quite intimidating. And even when my brother first told me about this game and then told me a few of the rules, I was like, this makes no sense at all. In my mind, the easiest way of explaining it is you've got to get from one place to another, depending on what cards you pick, and you can only go on the colours that you're allowed to,
Yeah.
right? So
Again, this
you
is a
can
type
explain it in a
this is
bit
type
better
of
way.
game where you have big projects, big plans, and then small projects to get points. So again, it's a type of game where you earn victory points along the game.
Right, I've picked a card.
Yeah, this one is a very challenging card.
Oh, wow, okay.
Here you need to build a route.
Yes, then we need to go from Edinburgh
Yeah.
to...
To Athena.
Okay,
Which,
down there.
Yeah. So this is a very long route, right? So here, if you can build the routes all over from Edinburgh to Athena, then you will get 21 points, which is actually...
It must be one of the longest routes as well. And to do that, you have to collect cards.
Again, it's resource management.
Resource management, trading. So, for example, if I know that I need to get, 4 pieces of orange, or where am I? I'm pointing here. 3 pieces of black. I need to trade the right amount of cards to get black cards. And then when I get black cards, you get black pieces and you form your train. Can you tell I've played this one? This is why I'm talking a lot on this one.
Yeah. So here, indeed. So here you have to buy the route by collecting the white cards. This is how you can win this route. Some routes you can go both ways, so 2 players can have this route, and some are only one way. You can also play some station here. So even if another player played this route, I can use it. Okay?
I have never played with a station.
It's key if you want to build long routes, because you can decide to have the long routes by using the station.
And how do you win Ticket to Ride?
So it's a victory point again. So you don't face your opponent directly. You are trying to build as many routes as you can, and in addition to that, so each time you claim a route like this one, you get some points. So here it's written here. So for instance, if you have a route of 8 segments, you get 21 points.
Yeah.
So like this route, for instance, from Stockholm to Petrograd will get you 21.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, you have your big project.
Yeah, longest route.
The longest route, or the cards, your tickets, the tickets you take.
Yeah, of course.
And this is also how you can make the difference.
And as well, it's one of those ones where you have to strategize and see what the other players are doing. And that's what happens in my mind. You always think, okay, well, because all of the cards, yes, they're different, but we could both be going to the same destination. So I want to try and stop Thomas getting there, because then otherwise I don't get the point.
Yeah, it's another type of game where you can have big projects, but if you don't finish your project, you don't get any point.
I love it.
So it could be very frustrating to ending the game, one segment or one route to your big project.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's such a good game. It's a real family game. I was saying to you before, I was actually playing with my brother and my sister-in-law, and we were really deep into it, and then the cat jumped on the board and knocked everything off, so we kind of gave up for the night.
No, all these games, they look very complex, but actually I tried most of them with my kids.
Yeah.
Starting at 8, they can, Ticket to Ride, Catan, it's actually they can pick it up very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Because
great
when
game.
you think about it, each time you have to play, you have only 1, 2 to 3 actions you can do. Like you collect your card, you exchange your card against the wood, and that's pretty much it. So it's quite simple. It looks very complex because the board is huge. But it's quite simple. Actually.
It does. I like it a lot, and I'm very intrigued by. Do I get 20% off?
Yes, you can.
Thanks very much. I might actually buy that one. Right, 229 dirhams, but of course, make sure you use the promo code. Right, our last game today is over there. It's called Azul.
Yeah.
Now, this is a game that I have to admit, I didn't think I would enjoy. Genuinely didn't think I would enjoy. I thought it was perhaps a little bit too slow or too boring, but it's a really lovely game. Tell us about Azul.
So Azul it's a very abstract game when you start playing on it. So this game won multiple awards too. And so the objective of the game is to complete, let me put it here, so you have this, is to complete your Azuleiros here. So it comes from a Portuguese word, and azuleiros are actually, part of the architecture of Portugal. They have these small tiles you can see on the different on the house in Portugal.
In Portugal, yeah. There's a lovely history behind it, isn't there? We were saying that it's drawn inspiration from that historical architecture.
So it's the king of Portugal visited the Alhambra in Spain.
Yep.
And he was astonished by this decoration, and he decided to bring that back in
Love it.
In Portugal.
Everyone loves a Portuguese tile, don't they?
Yeah, and the game is very nice. It's
right. So is this all one game? These 3 boards?
So this one is a scoreboard here.
Okay.
Okay. So you see, you have this represents your score. Okay, we all start at 5.
Fine.
And then here are the factories. Okay. So when you play 2 players, you have 5 factories.
Yeah.
So you play the game in 2 stages. The factory stage where you will collect the different pieces here, and then you will put that on your board to try to finish the flowers you have here.
Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see both the scoreboard,
Yeah.
the factory, and the here.
So what you will do is,
perfect.
you will collect the different pieces here, and what you will try to do is to finish, to have this
A flower.
flowers,
Okay. So how do we get these tiles then?
So one after each, we'll take some tiles. So you can only take one color of the factory tiles when you play. However, there's also a joker tile
Okay.
when you can take either. So for instance, let's say the joker is a purple one. I can take the blue one and the joker one.
Fine.
And then I will put the others in the middle.
Okay.
This will be part of my collection.
Okay.
And then I will use these tiles to complete my board here.
Okay. So obviously the blue would go on the corresponding blue here.
Yeah, but here you see you have multiple numbers. You have 1, 2, 6. So for the 1, I just need 1 blue tile.
Yep.
But if I want to put a tile here, I will need 2.
Oh, right. You can't put it on number 2 straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
And if I want a 6, I need 6.
And then a question I keep asking, I know, but is like, how do you win this game? It doesn't seem like a very competitive game.
It is actually, because so you win by getting by completing more flowers than your opponent.
Yeah.
But very quickly you will see that only your opponent is only missing this purple one, and he needs or she needs 6 of it. So you will collect it, and you will take it, and you will prevent your opponent to win by taking the resources of your opponent.
So, but when all of these have gone off of all of the tiles have left here from the factory, how are they replenished?
So then you have 6 rounds in total. Okay.
Yep.
When you can collect tiles, you can assemble your flowers here, and then the same again as many games we have seen. You have a long-term strategy, which is my objective is to complete the purple, the green, and the yellow, for instance. But nothing. It will not be as simple as you think. And then you have smaller objective, represented here in the middle by. So if I show it on the camera here, so you can complete the flower here, but you can also have some mini objective where you have these 4 tiles connecting that will give you access to another tiles.
It's very interesting.
So it's again a mix of big project and small projects, and you need to manage resources, and it's very peaceful.
Yeah.
It's like coloring something, when you build it, it's a very cool game, and so when you play with kids again,
Yeah.
when you play with friends, it's a very silent game. It's a very peaceful game.
I mean, I know it's being a tile-based game, but it really made me think of Mahjong, the original kind of tile game, and it's very calming. And there's a lot of love for it as well on the live stream. So many people mentioning it. A lot of people asking about a T-shirt as well, Thomas. Don't worry, we've put the link directly for you in the chat. Do you know what? We've gone over time slightly, but that's because it's been so busy. We've had so much going on as well, and it's been a really good, exciting first ever Virgin Megastore Live. Do you think it's been successful for you?
Oh yes, I hope you will love this ball game as much as I do. If you love them, actually, there is also a national championship of Catan. Coming I think in June.
What does that mean?
That means that you have a competition for Catan player.
In the UAE?
In the UAE, a national competition, yeah. In the UAE.
Oh, so my goodness.
It will be in Abu Dhabi, it will be in Dubai. So yeah, and so this game could be very cool also to play in a competitive way.
That'd be brilliant. Thomas, thank you so much, genuinely. I know that this is such a passion for you and you can really tell, but I appreciate it very much. If you are watching right now, don't forget, make sure you go and follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at Virgin Megastore ME. Make sure you find out when the next Virgin Megastore live shopping streaming event is going to be, because we're going to have plenty more discounts, plenty more promos, plenty more giveaways, and maybe some more. We're going to have different themes as well, so plenty going on as well. If you have been watching, thanks so much for tuning in, and from Thomas and I, we'll say goodbye. Goodbye. Should we start playing?
Yeah.
Hang on. Right, I know what I'm doing now.